Oh, there's more spiders around it. Almost decapitated myself then. Morning everyone, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries. I am squatting on the chair today because it is so cold. Even though I actually thought it was going to be quite warm in London, but unfortunately my plot seems to be completely covered in shade, which has meant that basically, let me go out and show you. It means that my plot has still got all of this ground frost all over it, which is really annoying because all the other plots have got sunshine. All the other plots around here seem to just get sunshine really early on in the season, and my sunshine doesn't come until sort of mid-spring, which is so annoying. I mean, it does get sun in the winter and everything, it does get sun, but just not as much sun. You can see where the sun is, it's up here. It's basically, I've got this big row of trees, and these are not allotment trees, these are garden trees, so those are people's gardens behind me there, and so there's nothing I can do about those trees basically, other than just moan about them, which I'm doing a good job of. But yeah, later on in the season, when the sun kind of moves around the earth a bit more, or the earth moves around the sun, making it look like the sun moves around the earth, you know what I mean, and the sun moves position, and then I get a lot of sun here. So the trees are a little bit deceiving, guys, and you've seen what I've grown before, and if you haven't, go back to last year and see, things do grow here. It's a bit of a late starter really. I'm in my polytunnel and the garlic's coming up. Always surprised when anything grows. 3 years in. Didn't really expect it to do anything, but here it is in all its glory, poking up from the ground. Also got quite a lot of these little webs here. Is that a spider? Is that a spider? Is that some kind of spider mite or something? I have heard of spiders that eat stuff. There are quite a few of them. That is my worst fear. That is my worst fear. I can deal with any other kind of bug, but spiders, forget it. Is that a spider? God, I bet it is. I know there's a type of spider that basically eats all your crops, and I really think it's in here. Have I got a stick? Yeah. Oh God, you can't live in here, mate. God, I think it's eating this. Oh yeah, there he is. Is that him? Where are you? You can't live in here. You've got to move on. Do spiders eat plants now? What the heck is going on with the spiders? I thought they just ate flies. They're just not welcome in here, I'm afraid, guys. They're just not welcome. It must be because it's so warm in here and also freshly mulched. They must just like that or something. This is growing really well. This is a kohlrabi, I think you said. I thought it was a kale. You're saying it's a kohlrabi, like a purple one. It looks amazing. Whatever it is doing amazing. Is it kohlrabi? Would it be under there if it was? I thought it was a kale. Well, whatever it is, it's amazing. Oh no, wait, it's not that. It's not that at all. It's a... Oh, what's the other one? Oh, you're screaming at the screen right now. I know you are. I know you are. What is the other one? Oh, what is it called? You're going to hate me. You're going to be screaming at the screen. You're all going to be typing in the comments now. I know. It's not a chard. It's not a Swiss chard. It's not a kohlrabi. It's the other one, it's the other one. Oh my God, what is it called? Pak choi. It's a pak choi, it's a purple pak choi. Yes, oh my God. Completely slipped my mind, had brain fog then. It's a purple pak choi. I mean, pak choi seems to be something that does grow very well at my allotment, so I'm thrilled and not massively surprised that he's growing. So he's looking fantastic. And then all that's growing, I'm not sure what all that is. That I think is a kohlrabi, because he's purple. That could possibly be my first ever kohlrabi at this allotment plot, but let's not jinx it yet because we've got a long way to go, mate. And then this I think might be a cauliflower. Oh, there's more spiders around it. Right, that might be a cauliflower, but we'll find out, And then round here, the leeks are still alive. I mean, they still look like grass, but they're alive. All in all, everything's looking quite good. So I can see the sun is starting to appear on the plot. It's going to take a while to melt some of these things. I wanted to get a couple of rows of some stuff in. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible, but we're going to do it anyway because it's what we do here. We just do it anyway. We just whack it in. So I brought a ridiculous amount of stuff to sow because I really just thought, because the weather is like supposed to be quite nice this week, and it is. I mean, it's like 11-12 degrees, which is fantastic for February in the UK, don't get me wrong, but football's lace up. Okay, kind of thought it'd be a little bit more sowable here, but anyway, we're going to whack some stuff in, and the thing I'm going to whack in is I'm having second thoughts now about whacking it in, but oh, stuff it, let's just do it anyway. Parsnips, we're going to put our parsnips in. Now, this is what I have to say about parsnips. So many of you left me a comment saying parsnips need warmer soil, right? So I went back over my vlogs from last year and figured out when I sowed them, and I sowed them in February half term last year. And if you saw my vlogs from last year, my parsnips grew to extraordinary size. It was incredible, like the best harvest I've ever had in my freaking life. And I sowed them in Feb, and I remember that they came up pretty well. Everyone was like, oh, it's really hard to germinate them, and I was like, did it? So we're just going to repeat the process. I just think we should just whack it in. I do have some fleece in here. I might just fleece it. I've got a decapitated scarecrow body. If anyone needs that, you can come pick it up. Maybe I'll put that on Facebook Marketplace. Oh dear. Ah, here it is, fleece. So I might just fleece it. Fleece it. Oh no, the saw. Almost decapitated myself then. Didn't I put a, is that it? Is that my rhubarb potato? Oh, my rhubarb potato. Oh, what has happened to it? Oh no, wait, is that my rhubarb potato? That must be my rhubarb potato. I think that is my rhubarb potato. That's my rhubarb potato. No signs of life yet, guys. I'm just warming up the soil. Or just breaking up the frost, I don't know. Still feels cold. Right, so what we'll do is we'll do a couple of rows. So last year I did them here. This year I'm just going to move them along a bit because I think this bed is probably right for parsnips. Why change it too much? Right there. Kitty cat! They died, I killed them. Fascinating seeds, parsnips. They look nothing like parsnips. Not that you'd expect them to look like mini baby parsnips, but some seeds kind of look like what they're supposed to grow into. Well, parsnips, nothing like it. If anything, they don't look like seeds at all. They sort of look like, I don't know, like confetti, like sprinkles. You know, like you craft with that. Oh God, I'm blowing them away. They're so wispy and thin. They're so thin. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. I don't know why they're like this. They're very strange. They look like they've fallen from a tree or something. And I don't know where they come from on a parsnip. So if you know, let me know. I kind of think maybe if you leave them, they grow into flowers. But I can't imagine a parsnip flower. So I don't know. So they're just like really fascinating, weird seeds. Really weird. But really big so you can see where they're going. So this looks so good on camera. It really looks like I know how to grow parsnips. Amazing.
You've won. You've won. Still 50, yeah? It's 5 till 50.
So the way that we've just sown them is really thickly instead of thinly. Our plan is to oversow in the hopes that 1 or 2 grow, alright? So we just massively oversown. Nothing to do with the fact that I just accidentally dropped a load into the hole. Nothing to do with that, okay? There's a purpose to this, guys. Come on, I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
I'll be waiting.
I know what you're thinking, they've got no chance, but I tell you what, that's what I thought last year, and I had the best parsnip harvest of my life. the only parsnip harvest of my life, but probably out of all of them it'd be the best. So, I don't know guys, I think I'm onto something here. I think I'm onto something. I think they like the cold. Maybe you just don't know parsnips the way that I do. You know, me and parsnips, we've got a thing now. Trust me. This is not fleece. This is not fleece. This is a net. Why did I think this is fleece? This is not fleece. This is a net. I don't know why I thought that was fleece. That's net. Have I not got fleece? This is fleece. Oh, hair. This is fleece. This is fleece. Alright, because it's fleecy. It's thicker. It's fleecy. This is not. This is a net. I'll show you the difference. This is a net. Right, because it's a net, basically. That's why it's a net. This is fleece. Because it's fleecy. And this is like a blanket. This is what you put over your crops to stop frost getting on them. That's not. Ignore that. Why did I think that was fleece? To be neat, you know. I might put it over my little rhubarb potato as well. You right there, mate? I don't know if you're going to turn into anything, but hopefully if you do, it'll be rhubarb. That is what we have created, a net over it. It's basically just tucking it up in a blanket. But having said that, I don't think I did that last year, and I think they all just came up, so I really don't know what the mystery of the parsnip is. It could possibly be that I put fresh horse manure in that bed, and horse manure, it wasn't rotted down, and so it was very hot, and it had a lot of layers on the top, so it might have been heat. It's basically like underfloor. That is such a clever idea, isn't it? Underheating flooring. I think that's quite a good way of heating up a bed, like really efficiently before spring. If you just put a layer of horse manure right underneath and then layer it up, it's like underheating flooring, isn't it? That is genius.
Sit down.
I'm going to work really hard this year on turning my pond into more of a wildlife happy area, because last year it just got a bit neglected. I wasn't really focusing on it, to be honest, so it got a bit overgrown and a bit horrible. This year so far I think it's looking 100 times better. I just need some more pond plants because some of them died and didn't quite make it. And then you can see around here it's just all looking a little bit neater. I'm going to try and keep it all cut back and everything. I think it really helped. And then the shrubs that I put in are all doing really well around the side. Every time I find a rock I just add it to around there. I haven't brought any of this stuff for it, you know, this is everything I've just found in my plot, and I've just turned it into a wildlife area. The only thing that I don't have that I really want is like it's like a hedgehog house, but kind of for frogs and hedgehogs alike. So like it's like a hotel for frogs and hedgehogs, and whichever one turns up can use it. Do you know what I mean? I think it needs a bit of a hidey hole, you know? So I don't think I'll get any frogs otherwise. Right, the only other thing that I wanted to do today, but I think my kids are getting a little bit, they sort of had enough really, I don't blame them, it is a bit cold today. I found some raspberry canes in B&Q and they're only £5 each, and I really wanted to get a couple. They're autumn raspberries, but I don't know where to put them. My initial thought was here. I wonder if I could strengthen this structure and basically have raspberry canes there, and they sort of grow up there, and I'll sort of like protect, like keep it basically on that. But I think it would need to be more sturdy, stronger. It's a little bit flimsy. I mean, that doesn't even look like it's tied on anymore. No, it's not. How's that even there? It's not even tied onto it. It's a miracle this structure is still standing. I can't think of a better place for raspberries to go, and I really do want them. That's my flower bed, so it can't go there. I really think this is the best spot for raspberries, and I think it'd just be a really nice addition to my plot to have some raspberry canes. So I think what I'm going to do is go home and research how to build a raspberry structure and build one, and then have raspberries, and that's what I'm going to do basically. It's quite amazing to think that it will soon be springtime and everything will be bloomed, and you know, all the tulips will be up and everything. It's like, for some reason this year I find it really hard to imagine spring. I feel like we've just had such a long autumn and winter even though we haven't really. But yeah, I'm super excited this year. Are you? I feel really like buzzing about the growing season. I'm itching to get stuff out, and I just have a feeling, guys, I have a feeling that particularly here in the UK, I think we're going to have a really good growing season. But I don't know, I've just got this feeling that this year is just going to be perfect conditions for growing. So if you have whacked anything out too early, don't worry about it, because I've got a feeling it's going to be all right. And I hope that reassures you a little bit, because it should. Just feeling super positive this year. I hope these vlogs inspire you to get out there and do a bit of gardening and give it a go. I know it can be quite daunting when you first get your allotment plot and there's so much to do, but my advice is just to keep going. It is worth it, it's so worth it, and you will get there in the end. So just enjoy, and good luck with it all. Thank you for watching today. Do subscribe if you're new, and I will see you again on Friday. See you Friday, guys. Bye.